I spent 30 years being a social worker, working in all sorts of communities. And one of the things I learned to do was to be bothered about the experience of others as an essential part of being able to find connection. So I'm as concerned and as loving about somebody's experience around their sexuality as around their class or their race or their disability, because I recognise them and I recognise their experience as being unique to them, but also contextualised into the kind of society that we have, which privileges wealth creation above everything else.
Another story, very, very simple one, which was about an old lady who was dying, and I went to just sit with her. And we were just talking a bit, and she was talking about her mother and how her mother had taught her to play the piano. And actually what we had in the hospice was a sounding bowl, and she could hardly move her hands, but she was able to make a sound, and that was really beautiful. So I'm getting quite emotional when I think about it.
Greta Thunberg says the most important thing, even more important than hope, is action. Every year for the last 4 or 5 Christmases, you've bought a box of big tray of shortbread for the social workers down there on the 9th floor. And I just think, you know, we're talking about actions, but sometimes it's those the small things, the gestures that really count. And
I've got a couple of road sweepers that come to my flats. And they're just, one of them's quite old, bless his little heart, and he's so accommodating, you know. I can't come outside my house if there's a spider web or a spider hanging down. So he gets up and he brushes, oh lady, brushes. And I always buy him an Easter egg and a card, and I always buy him a Christmas present and a card, and near enough gets on his knees, and I think, oh bless him, you know, and me postman, and obviously you and your mob. So I just think little acts like that go a long way, and you know, you never, as you said, you never know what people have at home.